Alright guys, TG here, South Carolina Accountability. I'm here at the post office, the United States Post Office, here in Simpsonville, South Carolina. And we're going to see if they respect our unalienable constitutional and human rights granted and protected under the First Amendment of the Constitution. Freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom of liberty, freedom of protest, and our constitutional right to record in public. See if they have a poster 11. They do have a poster 11. Let's see. It's poster 11. It's dated 2016. Go ahead.
Hello, sir. Hello. How are you today?
I'm awesome. How about you?
Good.
I need to verify what the post on that would be.
Yes, sir.
I came up with 120, but I'm probably wrong.
You're wrong big time, sir.
I've never seen any with this plastic up. That's crazy.
Hi, how are you?
Good, you?
How can we help you?
I'm just doing a little filming.
I'm sorry?
Just doing a video.
Okay,
Sir,
doing a video of,
the post office.
okay, for,
This
For?
expensive is $380, sir.
Sir?
you're doing a video of the post
You want
office
it?
for what?
Can I do it?
Oh, for my use.
Can I
I'm
do that
sorry,
on Puppet
I
Show?
can't hear you.
I'm sure you can.
For my use.
You just have to tell me that it's
I don't think you're able to do that.
sanitizer.
I am, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
For your personal use or for the postal service?
Either and both.
What do you mean by that? Are you an employee of the postal service?
I am not.
So you don't need to be in videotape.
Who are you?
I'm Mark Brock.
Okay. And Mark Brock, who are you?
I'm Mark Brock.
Okay, Mr. Mark Brock, my name is TG, and I'm shooting a video inside of your post office today.
Okay.
And if you're unaware, if you take a step outside, look on your wall to your immediate left, there's a poster identified as poster 7. It outlines the rules and guidelines of the postal property. It says in paragraph 16, any media that comes inside the post office has the right to record. Yes, sir. And under the Constitution, the First Amendment, there's the freedom of the press, which gives every citizen the right to be press in the United States. So under that, I am exercising my First Amendment rights today to record inside of this post office. You have every right to refuse me recording, but I'm going to continue to do it anyway. So that's what's going on.
When you say media. for-
Media, exactly. That's what I just said.
Drop it to me. Give it to me, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. Appreciate it. Let's change the address.
Okay, sir.
Take care.
Be safe, man.
Sir, would you like to see the postmaster?
Doesn't matter if the postmaster like to speak. That's fine. I'm going to tell them the same thing.
Comments on
They could come out to me. I'm not going to go into any confined spaces or restricted areas. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, you can't videotape.
Yes, ma'am, I can.
No, you cannot.
I'm not going to argue with you, but I can.
Okay,
And
I
I'm going
need you to leave.
I'm not going to leave. And you can contact the police if you like, but I'm
Okay.
not going anywhere.
Let's go, please. Why are you taping in here?
If he came and got you, correct? He told you what I was doing? He can explain to you what I explained to him so I don't have to
You
repeat
explain
myself.
to her.
Okay.
She's the postmaster.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything to me. It means she works for me. You work for the public. You get
No,
paid
we
from.
don't work for
No.
the-
Yes, you do. You
No.
get federal payment, right?
No.
No, we don't.
Yes, you
We
do.
do not get.
Okay, if you say so. Either way it goes. This is federal property. That means that citizens have a right to come in.
Not to videotape.
Okay.
You don't have that
Are you
right.
gonna let me explain, or are you gonna continue to cut me off? That's very rude. Are you done now?
You're gonna have to stop taping, sir.
I'm not. Okay? I just told you to call the police if you don't believe me. You're the postmaster. You should know the rules of your property.
Please, I do know the rules.
The
and
rules
that's
are
why
right
I
there.
just told
Okay.
you
Yeah,
that.
sir.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sir?
So. Do you wanna tell me why you're taping in my facility?
First of all, it's not your facility. It belongs to the federal government.
It does not belong to you.
Okay? Never said it belongs to me, did I?
Okay, but you cannot videotape in here.
Okay. I'm a grown man. I do what I want. You don't tell me what to do, first of all. Identify yourself. Who are you? You're the postmaster. What's your name? What's your name?
I am the postmaster here. Who are you?
My name is TG.
I'm sorry, those are initials. What is your name?
You didn't give me a name. You gave me a title. See? Respect goes both ways, right? Doesn't pay to be an ass.
You cannot
I can,
videotape in
and
a
I'm doing
federal
it.
building.
Yes, I can.
No, you cannot.
Go
sir.
outside and look at your
I'm
rules and
sorry.
regulations on your wall that regulate what goes on in the postal
Where
service.
does it say you can videotape
Poster 7. Take a
inside?
step out here in your lobby. Look to your immediate
Sir,
left.
I'm asking you to leave our facility.
I'm not leaving.
Okay, that's fine. We'll wait till the authorities come. Mark's calling. That's all right. Come on. Let us wait till the police come.
You can call the federal police also, since they have jurisdiction here and not Simpsonville Police.
Police has here for that.
Yeah, but they don't have jurisdiction is what I just said.
I don't know who you think you are, sir, or what you think you know. But
Okay.
you cannot tape inside of our facility.
Okay.
No, we can't even film inside of our.
That's correct. You can't because you
And
work
you
here.
can't
Yeah,
either.
okay.
And why are you doing this? You said you were going to explain.
Well, I attempted to explain, and then your
No, you
employee
didn't
interrupted
attempt to
me several
explain.
times. So.
You started babbling on.
Okay.
So why were you explaining?
Well, I'm gonna not babble, and I'm just gonna be quiet.
You're causing a disturbance, sir. You're causing a disturbance.
The 11th Court Circuit of the Supreme Court
Where'd you
ruled.
get your law degree from?
Do I
Where'd you
need
get-
one?
Well,
Do I need one?
If you're spouting out this
Oh,
stuff, I'd like to know that you
once
got,
again? Huh?
I'd like to know
Okay.
that you got the proper training to be
Hmm?
telling me to quote the laws to me.
In the state of South Carolina, anyone can represent themselves in court. You're
And
not
you're
required.
not in court, sir.
Yeah,
You're in a
so-
post office.
Yeah.
Where's the judge?
You're telling
Where's
me.
the judge?
You're
Tell
telling
me
me.
the judge.
You're
Where's the
causing
judge?
a disturbance. You're being disorderly.
No, I'm not.
You absolutely
You're
are.
making me to be disorderly. I've got to be here.
I'm
You gotta be
making you.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have every right to
Because
be
you're
here.
breaking our rules.
Rules are not law.
But it's our rules, and it's our. It's
Doesn't
our right to
matter.
enforce our rules.
Rules do not supersede the law.
Glad I'm at work.
Oh, be glad you're at work. That's a threat, sir.
That's not a threat.
That is
Just
a
be glad
threat.
I'm at work.
That's a threat.
You're helping the community. Where's
That's
my
a threat.
threat? How'd I threaten you?
What's your name?
That's a
sir?
threat.
How'd I threaten
TG,
No, as in your full name.
as in TG.
I'm sure it's not, but
Okay.
that's fine. Well, they'll find out when they get here.
I promise you, they won't get my ID.
You have to surrender
You
to a
deal with
state
that.
authority.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
See, I took criminal justice. If I
Oh, you
would come
did?
and asked you for your ID,
Yeah, if
you
I'm
had to surrender
driving.
it.
If I'm
No,
driving.
No, he can ask you anywhere.
And a highway
Where's
patrolman's
your
not gonna
degree
come
at?
here.
Where's
Yeah.
your degree at?
Clearly, you don't have one.
No, I don't have one, but
Yeah.
I took the class.
Okay. Took the class. That's great. I see kindergartners scribble inside the lines all the time. They took the class on art.
Why are you in here acting a fool?
I'm not acting a fool.
So
If
why
he
are
hadn't
you
interrupted me,
filming
I would have
this?
told you.
Okay, so
The-
nobody's interrupting
Okay.
now. Why are you filming?
Because it's my constitutional right to record government officials in the course of their duties. I can record on federal property. Your rules on your wall say that I can do so. Poster number 7.
Where does it say you
I-
can
I-
record on my wall?
I just attempted to
Let's
ask you to go look.
Let's go look where it says you have the right to record in my facility.
Right here, poster 7, rules and regulations of postal property. If you look under photography for news and advertising purposes, it
And
gives me
let's
every
see
right to
your
do so.
news.
Do I need credentials to be
Yes.
news?
Yes, you do.
Who issues those?
The people
Oh,
you
wait.
work
You would
for,
have a
Who
press- you would have
issues
a permit
those?
stating that
you have a
work for
press
the-
pass.
That's
Where
something
does
new.
it say that?
Read the paragraph.
Where does it say?
If it's not for a commercial or advertisement, I don't need the express consent of the postmaster. Otherwise, I have every right to do so.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're absolutely wrong.
Maybe I am.
We'll find out.
We definitely will.
Okay. So.
But
what-
if you like,
What?
you could call them back and update them. Tell them South Carolina Accountability is here.
So let's see your ID. You do have to produce
Are you
your
law
ID.
enforcement?
No, but you're on this federal end of this. You
Mhm.
do have to show that identification.
No, ma'am. That's a violation of the 4th Amendment to force someone to surrender ID.
No. What is the Fourth Amendment?
Freedom, free of papers. I mean, there's a lot in the
That's not
Fourth
the Fourth
Amendment.
Amendment.
Yeah. Search and seizure, there's a
That
lot
is
in the
not the
Fourth
Fourth
Amendment.
Amendment.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
That is not the Fourth Amendment.
Okay. So which amendment is it then?
Tell me what the Fourth Amendment
I
is.
just told you, search and seizure.
That is not the Fourth Amendment.
Okay, so what is it? What is it? You educate me then, since I'm
You're
wrong.
telling me that that's.
Would you like to come by, sir? Go ahead.
He's filming you, so you know.
He's actually not filming me. I have a right to film here, so
Yeah, you can if you want to. I'm not bothering you. Nobody's gonna bother you.
yeah, thank you, sir. Well, they're absolutely bothering me right now.
Okay, there we go.
Is this for personal use?
And if it was,
Is it for personal
it
use?
is.
Okay.
Okay, so he just said that, so now you are violating this, because you just told us it was for personal use. Doesn't, and it says right here that you just pointed out it was for news and advertising.
And I'm an individual person who's gonna use it, so.
What does this
Sorry,
say?
you can't do that.
What does this say right here? Filming inside of the post office does require permission from the United States Postal Service.
Congratulations, you can Google.
No, she just mailed it from
Sir, I need you to step out here,
her
please.
address.
Sir, I need you to step out. You've been asked to leave. This is federal property, and you've been asked to leave by this
Sergeant Ted
gentleman.
Rowe.
You've been asked to
Okay,
leave by this
I'm
gentleman.
outside of the building.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a chance to calm down first because you're absolutely wrong.
Nope.
If you look right there on their wall on poster 7, it's rules and regulations of the postal property.
leave that.
Can I talk to the officer now? You're
Sir, I'm asking.
Okay, hold on. Let him have his. Okay.
right here on poster 7. It's the rules and regulations of the postal property.
Okay.
It clearly states that for news and advertisement purposes, I have every right to be here. Unless it's for a commercial, I have to get the express consent of the postmaster.
Okay.
I'm media. I'm exercising my First Amendment of
Okay.
freedom of the press, which means
Okay.
I have every right to be here.
Until they ask you to leave. And
They
can
have
put
no right to
anybody on-
violate-
They can ask anybody
That is
to leave.
absolutely incorrect.
Well, you've been
Sergeant
asked to
Ted Rowe,
leave.
I'd like to
I
get
am
your
asking
supervisor.
You to leave the problem. I am the supervisor.
Oh, you don't have a supervisor.
I am
I
the
can see your
supervisor.
stripes, but you don't have a supervisor.
we
So
all
you don't
have
have a lieutenant.
supervisors.
Exactly. So
But
like
I
to
am the
speak-
road supervisor.
Okay, well, I need to speak to your admin
You will
supervisor.
not speak to
Oh,
my
I
admin
won't.
super-
I won't.
If you want to, you can go to the police
Oh,
department.
I will gladly go up there.
That's fine.
So you're telling
Oh,
me?
by the way, it's closed.
Okay, that's no wonder. So you're telling me right now that I need to leave the property.
Yes, I am.
And
They-
what happens?
Actually, let me rephrase that. They are telling you to
Okay.
leave the property.
and
they
what
have
happens
a
if I
right
don't
to.
leave? Leave.
Then you can be put trespass, and you could be arrested for trespass after notice.
Okay. I can be put on trespass.
Right, and then if you still refuse to leave, then you are now trespassing after
Okay.
notice was given. They
So-
have given. You want to be on trespass notice?
Yes, he is on trespass.
Okay, you are now on
I
trespass.
need an official trespass summons.
Nope. A report will be done, and you'll be placed on trespass.
Okay,
notice.
can I get
need
the
to see
report
your
number?
ID.
Can I get the
I
report
need
number?
to see your ID.
Under South Carolina law, you don't need it for a warning.
Yes, I do.
No, you
because
don't.
Now I have a report to fill out, and I need to
Okay,
have
you
all
don't
your-
need a name for a
Sir.
report.
Sir,
Sergeant Ted Rowe, I'm asking you to get your supervisor. This is not a road you want to go down.
I'm going down the road.
Oh,
I've
you're
been
going
down
down?
the road before.
Okay, well that's on you. I like your supervisor, and I like a report number if you're generating a report.
I will be generating, but I can't generate a report without your information.
My name is Good Citizen.
I need your information
For what?
to generate the report that they are requesting, which they have a right to.
You don't need a
and
name
you will
for a
have
report.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, because to put you
What's
on-
the statute?
Sir, it's a city ordinance for trespass.
Okay,
notice.
what's the ordinance number?
Sir,
It does not say that I'm required to ID for an ordinance.
how can you put somebody on trespass notice without their name and information?
This is actually a warning. I'm not trespassing
This
without their
isn't?
notice.
It's not a warning. Well, yes, it is a warning.
Exactly.
But the longer
So
you
for
stay on
a-
this property,
But I want clarity that you're telling me that I have to leave the property under the threat of arrest.
Sensible Bravo 1, can you send me another unit? Routine.
And for the record, I have no ID on me.
Okay.
I have no weapons.
Then I need your information. What is your name, sir? Sir.
Travis,
Okay. And what is your last
that's
name,
all
sir?
you're getting.
Why do you want to be difficult in this?
Because one, they're breaking their own rules because it clearly says right there.
Well, let me ask you.
You
to
just
be
asked me and now
reasonable.
you're interrupting me.
Why were you in there filming to begin with?
Because I can.
Okay, but what is your purpose?
Because I want to see how the postal workers are operating under the conditions of COVID-19.
Okay.
What precautions the post offices are taking
Okay.
to protect their own employees. That's the reason for my video today.
Okay.
So that was my reason for being here. and under their own rules and regulations, and under the authority of the postmaster from DC, I have every right to be here and record.
Did you talk to the postmaster at this
I don't need
facility?
this postmaster. I talked to the postmaster inspector general. I don't need.
You actually talked to him.
It's a she, but yes, I did. In
And-
Washington D.C.
And you have her name and number that
I do
can
have
call
her.
and verify that
You could
talked?
call any one of them. You could call the FPS if you like, and they'll tell you I have every right to record inside of here. I'm not breaking any law. This is a public space. I'm not harassing anyone. They came out and talked to me. I didn't ask to speak to anyone.
Are you?
I have all my ducks in a row. I wouldn't do this if I didn't know what I was doing. This isn't my first post office. I go all around the state and do this.
Okay.
Well, that's a hell of a way to park, isn't it?
Sir, I am the postmaster,
Okay.
and no one is allowed to film inside of the
Right.
service without express consent. And no one is allowed to be interviewed or anything
Sure.
without talking to our media personnel. And he did not talk to anyone.
Okay.
And when I asked him who he was and why he was here or why he was doing it, all he started with he was ramblings, as he told you,
Right.
and started saying that he was doing this, and he said he's not with any media, and
Okay.
he did not provide any of that information.
Okay.
So if he was with the media, then he certainly would have been able to provide us with information, and
Right.
we would have sent him to our media representative, and they would have told him all that information. And if he had spoken to our postmaster general, she would have told him the same thing and had him talk to our
Okay.
media representative
Okay.
and not to an individual person.
So I've talked to them already, but since you are the postmaster of the post office, do you want him placed on trespass notice?
I want him off of my property and not disturbing us anymore.
Okay. There, you got it from the postmaster.
The Supreme Court's ruled that
Well,
recording in
when
public
this goes to
can't
the
cause a
Supreme
disturbance.
Court, we'll deal with it then.
Okay.
So you have the postmaster of the.
Can I
post
get her
office.
name then?
Can we get your name then?
I just gave you mine.
No. You
I
gave me a
didn't?
first name. You know how many Travises there are in this world?
Do you know how many postmasters there are in the United States?
Yeah, but you could go to a website and it'll list her name and all her information.
It's her dual obligation.
Sir, I need your information
What for?
for the report. It
So
is
you need a
required.
name for a report.
I need a name, a date of birth, an address, and a phone number.
What's
for
the
my report.
statute for that?
Sir, I need a name, an address, a date of birth. I'll settle with name and date of birth.
You might settle with a name and an address.
That's fine. I'll take that too.
Travis?
Okay. And what's your last name?
I don't allow
Sir,
anyone
don't
to trump
you think
on my
there's
rights.
enough going on
I
in
have-
this world, in this country,
Yeah.
with COVID
Yeah.
and everything else,
There is.
to
There is.
really be
how,
messing
how do you know
around
I'm not infected with COVID? They were in my personal space, so clearly no one cares about COVID right now. This is about someone with a camera inside the post office.
Well,
Let's be real here.
It is, because that's what I was called here to handle.
Exactly. So
and I had the postmaster
yeah.
who said
and the postmaster's a twit. It's just that simple. She's incompetent of the
usually
law.
people who start calling people names.
I do whatever I want to. I have a First
Yes, I
Amendment right
know.
to freedom of
It's your
speech,
fir-
right?
Yes, it is.
Just like I have a freedom of liberty, freedom of
Okay.
justice, and all of that good stuff.
Okay. Fine.
First Amendment right to record in public also.
Trespass on it.
Yes.
I'd like
Okay.
to trespass. Thank you.
That's
You've
fine.
already said that.
Okay. What's your last name, sir? All right. Since we're Bravo 1, can I get a case number, please? I'll give you a card. 10-4.
And can I get your name and badge number for the record, please? Name and badge number?
I didn't.
Name and
Why
badge
do you need
number?
my name?
You were called here for backup. What's your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Nichols,
Badge number?
Simpsonville Police Department.
Badge number. Or ID number.
An ID.
So,
307, sir.
thank you. Wasn't hard, was it?
Well,
All
it's
right.
not hard,
Listen, Mr. Green.
Sir, it isn't your policy of your department to identify yourself when requested by the public. Let's not go down this road.